Hi there, my magical star beings. This is Psychic Siren Tarot, and welcome to the channel. In today's reading, we're going to be taking a look at your first impressions of your future lover. So please be aware that this is a general reading. Only take what resonates, leave the rest. Before we get started with your pile selection, I'd just like to thank and give a quick word to my sponsorship, Keen. I started to feel like me and my partner have gotten a bit disconnected in our relationship, so when the Keen sponsorship came along, I thought it would be a good time to get a reading from one of their tarot readers. I asked about the future with my partner, and she predicted that our relationship would deepen through the upcoming months, and while receiving the reading, I couldn't see how, but when time came to pass, I could start to see what she said about our relationship was true. Last year, we dedicated a lot of energy into our careers, so we barely had any time to spend together as we were busy most hours of the day. So we planned ahead to take a break. It allowed us to spend more time and to be in each other's presence. We got to connect and get closer to each other again, just like the reader predicted. Ever since her prediction came true, I realized we need to make quality time a priority. And since then, our connection and bond has only gotten stronger and grown. We found our way back to each other and strengthened our connection again, so what she said definitely resonated with what happened. The love reading I got was very beautiful and sweet, and every detail mentioned was accurate and actually made sense. So I'm grateful for Keen for providing such good readings and gifted psychics, and would definitely recommend their readers to anyone. So if you would like to know more about your life or anything in general, Keen connects you with talented psychics, tarot readers, and astrologers like myself, who are available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So you can always get a reading whenever it suits you. All you have to do is create an account and you'll be able to choose from the hundreds of readers who are online right now. These readers all have their own unique specialties and gifts, so whether it be about your love life or what to do next in your career or just life in general, they are able to provide a deeper understanding of your situation and how to navigate it from there. You can choose whichever reader best suits your needs, and you'll be able to connect with them via phone call or text chat. It's always best to get a personal psychic reading if you'd like more accurate information on your situation, because it is directed only to your energies. Now here's your chance to get a personalized reading from Keen. As a new customer on Keen, you can try your first 5 minutes for only $1. Go to trykeen.com/psychicsciencetarot or click the link in my description box to receive a discount on your first reading. Thank you, Keen, for bringing this partnership opportunity and for sponsoring today's video. That's trykeen.com/psychicsciencetarot or click the link in my description box below to get your own personalized reading today at a huge discount. So getting back to your pile selection, we have 3 piles to choose from. For pile number 1, we have the Rose Quartz Crystal and the High Priestess from the Seers Tarot. For pile number 2, we have the Black Tourmaline Crystal with the Two of Wands from the Mythos Tarot. And for pile 3, we have Blue Howlite with the King of Wands from the Crystal Magic Tarot. So I'm going to give you a few seconds to pick a pile, pick whichever one you are most drawn to. So once you are done picking a pile, please find me timestamps for your pile in the description box below, and then I'll see you at your reading. Hi there, my pile number 1s. If you chose this Rose Quartz Crystal and the High Priestess from the Seers Tarot, then this is your reading. We're going to be taking a look at your first impressions of your future lover. So please be aware that this is a general reading. Only take what resonates, leave the rest. Before we get started, I just have 2 things I'd like to say. Firstly, if you enjoy tarot content and if you want to stay up to date with what I post daily, you're more than welcome to hit the subscribe button if you want, of course. And I also do have a limited amount of space for personal readings available this month, so if you'd like to book with me, you can find my details, my email address, and my Instagram in the description box below. So let's start by shuffling your cards and see what comes up here. So Spirit Guides of pile number 1, Spirit Guides of pile number 1s, their first impressions of their future lover, the Lovers. We have the 5 of Cups, the Page of Wands, the Moon, and the Ace of Pentacles. The Tower wants to come out with this card. So I'm just going to do this. And we'll pull more as we go along. Strength is at the back of the deck. So what I'm basically getting here is, I think with the High Priestess, the Moon, you and your future lover have a very spiritual connection, right? You have a very telepathic connection in some way. And there's something about when you meet your future lover, you may feel as though you have been sent intuitive signs or synchronicities that you are about to meet, the lover you want to be with. And there's just something about you noticing the synchronicities, the signs, all the pointers leading you towards this person. And it's almost like when you're together, it feels as though you two just get each other instantly, just understand each other instantly. You may find that you relate to this person a lot in your first meeting of your future lover, and there's just something about you two seeing through each other, seeing each other on more of a soul level than a human level, like I know your soul kind of energy. So maybe you've had a past life connection to this person before, but this is definitely a very spiritual connection where, let's just say you're thinking of something and the other person says it. I kind of feel that energy. And just a very strong bond you two will have, very deep and emotional too with the Moon. I feel like you two will have a lot of intimacy together. Not just like the bedroom kind of intimacy, but like emotional intimacy is what I see here. Emotional closeness and depth in your connection. So that is the first thing I see regarding this connection, and you might have this first impression that your connection will be very deep. But one thing I do see is maybe both of you have been through similar pain, similar traumas in life, or maybe there's just something about being able to relate to this person's pain on some level, and it's sort of like because both of you have been through things, you may have certain anxieties and fears come up when you do encounter this person, and that is the wounded shadow self speaking, being afraid of being hurt. So I'd say be aware of that before it happens. If any fears do come up for the both of you, those are just your fears trying to protect you, preventing you from getting hurt again. And that could be different for all of you. For some of you, it could be trust issues coming up. For some of you, it could be anxiety coming up about the future and not knowing what's going to happen next. It could be different for all of you, just depending on the person watching this pile. But it's important to know that if any fears do perhaps come up, that it is normal, and to sort of face those subconscious fears and understand that they're just trying to protect you so that you don't get hurt again. But it's important that you step into this unknown territory with faith and with trust that maybe this can bring something good into your life, even if we don't know what's going to happen next. So that's what I see regarding your connection to this person. In terms of your actual first impressions of them, I do sense that you will sort of see through them in a way, like you'll see certain things about them intuitively that they may not tell you. It's like you just see them on a deeper level. You understand them on a deeper level without them even telling you. So if you do meet your future lover and you just sense things about them and they tell you it's true, then I feel like that's going to happen. I don't know exactly what that is, but you'll just sense certain things about them with the High Priestess, the Moon, since both of these are cards of intuition. I also see that your future spouse could be a future lover could be very mysterious, right? So even in the first meeting, they might not show a whole lot of themselves, but your first impressions may come from intuitive gut feelings about them. I do see you seeing their inner child and seeing that maybe they've gone through pain as a child. Like maybe they've gone through some things as a child, haven't had the best childhood. And I do also see you seeing past them in a way where you see all their pain, where you see everything they've been through without them even telling you. So I see you seeing that maybe they've had also traumas around money, around safety, around security, stability of some kind. So that could be different for all of you. You know, this could be growing up without having enough and always having fears of not having enough. This could be not having protection from your parents, not feeling secure or safe around your parents as a child. It could be different for all of you depending on your person, your future lover. But basically, what I sense here is you kind of seeing past, not the facade, but like past them and what they're showing you, and you fully seeing their pain and relating to it in some way, or sort of empathizing to it in some way. I do also see you having the first impression that although they've been through this, they are still a very optimistic person, I want to say, with the Page of Wands. They are still a very passionate person that wants to create change in their life. And they are actively trying to look into their subconscious mind and heal this. I do see that. I do also see you sensing that they're a very deep person, that they feel things in a deep level, even though they may not show that completely to strangers. And they are a very romantic person, the type of person that commits to anything they choose to commit to. So if they choose to take on a task, they commit to it fully. They're very loyal. That's what I see too, in terms of your first impressions of them. And they're also very romantic, with a big heart, a lover at heart. They're not somebody that really likes conflict. They more so want love and peace. I do think they grew up around chaos, and so now they want peace within their relationships. And I do feel as though you are able to give them that, and you may sense that in your first impressions of them. I also see that there's somebody, or you may get the first impression that there's somebody with many hobbies, or like a multi-talented person. Somebody that's maybe not meant to just do one thing, but focus on building different talents within this lifetime, different skills within this lifetime. So, for example, I feel them being that type of person that would be that person that writes a book and does this and does this. You get what I mean? So even if it's not writing a book, it's like I see them having multiple streams of income. So maybe you get that first impression that they are that type of person that has that explorative energy where they want to do different things. They are more multidimensional. They're not somebody that can just stick to routines all the time, but routine and stability can give them peace of mind if in balance with the rest of their life. But I do sense that maybe you'd get the first impression that they don't need too much routine and too much rigidness within their daily life and daily activities. You may get the impression from them that they're adventurous, that they're explorative, that they're somebody that kind of wants to find different things that are fun to them. So for example, let's say you go on a date with your future lover and you get the first impression of them that they'd be that type of person that would want to try a completely new restaurant and just try it for the fun of it, you know, exploring different foods, you know what I mean? So that's an example of the energy. And your first impression of them is that although they've been through a lot of things, they're very strong and resilient, and they're actively trying to create balance within their own life and within their own emotions. So what else? What are their first impressions of their future spouse? I see you knowing that they are crushing on you before they even tell you. We have the King of Swords. So, for example, let's say you start talking to your future lover. If I say future spouse, sorry, I did a future spouse reading the other day and it's like stuck in my head. Future lover. Let's say you start talking to them in a non-romantic way first and you start becoming friends, and you can sense that they're crushing on you but they don't tell you, and then later on they tell you. I'm talking about a feeling like that. Or let's say you aren't friends first but you just start talking and you can just sense this person's crushing on you but they don't say anything at first. I feel like they're gonna take time to tell you. I feel like they want to first get to know you on an intellectual level. First, take some time to get to know you with the Hangman. So maybe you get the first impression of them that they take their time getting to know people. And it may also be like a protective mechanism because of things they've been through in their life. Taking their time with things, with deciding. Not necessarily taking their time to commit per se, because they are a very loyal person and I don't feel a fear of commitment, but it's more so taking my time to get to know you, to see if this is right for me, that kind of energy. But you will sense that once there is a deep enough connection and a sense of trust here, then they are willing to form a connection with you. So we have the Three of Cups and the Ace of Swords. So maybe for some of you, you'll start out being friends with this person first, because the Three of Cups is reminding me of that. But I also sense for some of you that maybe this person has been betrayed or cheated on previously with the Three of Cups, and maybe you might sense that about them intuitively with the High Priestess, that it's hard for them to fully mentally trust someone, so they have to first get to know a person on an intellectual level and first get to know if they are somebody with good values. That's for some of you, not all. So we have the Two of Swords coming up next. So your first impression of them is that, when they make a choice, maybe they first take their time to decide, first take their time to research, to think about it before stepping into it and committing to it fully. Not that there is a sense of commitment issues, like I said previously, but it's just a way of protecting themselves so that they don't get involved in something that they later want to go out of, right? I think they're that type of person that takes their time, even with business decisions, even with career decisions, any kind of decision that is important to their life, that takes some level of commitment. They first take their time to research and think about it before just jumping into it, which can be a good thing. But it can also be a thing where they sometimes overthink too much before they actually make a decision. So there can be positive and negative sides to it, but a positive side to it is you won't see impulsivity from this person. So we have the Ace of Cups. As I pull the Ace of Cups card, I'm hearing the song, I Wanna Love You Like I'm Gonna Lose You. I think it's Meghan Trainor. So there's something about you getting the first impression from this person that they love hard, and when they love, they try to give to that person as if they are gonna lose that person. Not that they want to lose that person, but they know that if they don't treat the person right, that person's probably gonna leave. So, not that this person has intentions of not treating you right, but they just have that type of mindset of, I have to give love and show love to the person and continuously choose to do so, even when the honeymoon period ends. My words just mixed up. It's kind of like they continue doing so. They continue to show love, even when you get comfortable in the connection. So, I don't know. I just sense that that's how this person is in love, and you will kind of get that first impression too. So we have the Emperor. And we have the Queen of Cups. The Nine of Swords. And Justice. As well as the Star. So yeah, I am sensing for some of you, you will get the first impression from this person that they struggle to trust people, that they have dealt with dishonesty from people or lies or disloyalty from people in their life before, and they no longer want to tolerate that in their connections. And so for them, sometimes they're scared to trust people, scared to let people in fully to their heart, because once they get attached, they get very attached emotionally. And they are actively trying to heal from this with the Star. They're actively trying to learn to trust again after being around dishonest people. And to them, they're a very honest person. They're very loyal. Honesty and loyalty and integrity is an important thing for them in their connections and can make or break their connections to them. And that is your first impression of them. I also see you having a first impression of them, like I said previously, that they may not look like a very emotional person on the outside. They may seem very logical, very smart, very logical, very in control, but behind that they are somebody very emotional, but they don't always show that. So I think this is all I have for you. This is your first impressions of your future lover. I really hope this reading resonated. If it did, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Hi there, my pile number 2s. If you chose this black tourmaline crystal and the Two of Wands, then this is your reading. We're going to be taking a look at your first impressions of your future lover. So please be aware that this is a general reading. Only take what resonates, leave the rest. Before we get started, I just have 2 things I'd like to say. If you enjoy tarot content and if you want to stay up to date with what I post daily, you're more than welcome to hit the subscribe button if you want. I also do have a limited amount of space available for personal readings, so if you'd like to book with me, you can find my email address in the description box below. So let's start out by shuffling your cards and see what comes out for you. So Spirit Guides of pile number 2, Spirit Guides of pile number 2s, their first impressions of their future lover. Their first impressions of their future lover. So we have the Seven of Cups showing up next. We have the Seven of Pentacles. We have the Queen of Cups. We have the Three of Wands. And we have the Five of Wands. At the back of the deck, we do have the Ten of Swords. Okay, so what I'm getting is this person has a very strong personality. That's your first impression of them. Like, they're very strong-minded, they're very self-assured, and very confident in themselves. Though with a strong personality, it can rub people the wrong way. There's nothing wrong with your future lover in that sense, but because they have such a strong personality, people with, how do I say this, Spirit? There's nothing wrong with having a strong personality, but people with not as much as a strong personality may misunderstand this person or their intentions with saying certain things or doing certain things, may not fully understand this person or get this person. And what I'm basically sensing here is I'm hearing they're an acquired taste. Just like sushi can be an amazing thing. I love sushi, but a lot of Well, some people don't like it, and there are some foods like that that have that sense of an acquired taste where it's good to some people, but then some people don't like it. So I don't know how it is worldwide, but here where I live in South Africa, some people don't like sushi, but I love sushi. So I'm using that as an example that Spirit's showing me, where some people can love a certain dish where some people don't like it because it just doesn't do well for them. Like they just don't get it. So I hope you get what I mean. This person has that type of strong personality and they are an acquired taste where not everybody likes them or loves them, but the people that do truly get them and truly love them. And there's nothing wrong with them per se, but like I said, I don't know how to explain it. They have a very strong personality in the way of, let's say somebody is speaking over them, for example. I'm seeing somebody that is able to speak their truth and say, hey, let me finish. And a lot of people don't like that. The people that have been around this person. So it's like this person has that type of energy where it's like, don't talk over me, don't do this to me, don't, like they're comfortable with conflict. Not that they want conflict with the Five of Wands, but they don't run from conflict. They address things. What is the word for this? There is a word for this. I'm trying to remember it. Because sometimes when I channel, I can see the energy, but then I forget words. It's weird to explain, but I'm like in the energy and then I forget how to speak. Someone that's confrontational. But they're not the problem. Sometimes people don't want to be confronted on their BS. Sometimes people don't want to address their own BS. Sometimes people want to sweep it under the rug, you know what I mean? But this person does not sweep it under the rug. They're somebody that truly tries to get justice, tries to be protective over everyone they love. I can also see that they're very fair and balanced. And if somebody hurts the people they love, they'll let out a different side of anger. But when it comes to them, they're also very protective over themselves and they have strong boundaries. And I do think this person has a very kind-hearted nature. That is your first impression of them. And a lot of people maybe try to take advantage of their kind-hearted nature. And so they've had to develop this kind of barrier around their heart to protect it against people that just don't appreciate them enough, or people that walk all over them, or people that just don't respect them or respect their boundaries or want to address certain things or concerns or have hard conversations. I think those types of people push this person away because maybe sometimes they see this person's kind-hearted and then they try to walk all over this person. And then when this person reacts, they're like, oh, this person's so mean. Like, do you get what I mean? So I feel like because this person doesn't take BS, a lot of people don't like them. So I hope I explained this correctly. I hope I didn't over-explain, but this is how Spirit is showing it to me in your first impressions of this person. So maybe as you meet this person, your future lover, you're thinking these things like, I feel like a lot of people don't like this person. I feel like a lot of people misunderstand this person. And like you're trying to almost analyze it in a way and be like, why? But you just get that vibe from this person. Do you get what I mean? So with the Seven of Cups as well and the Seven of Pentacles, I do think that you will have the first impression of this person that there's somebody with a lot of wishes or goals or things that they want to achieve, things that they want to work towards in different areas of life, different opportunities they want to bring into their life. They may be a very goal-oriented person, a very motivated type of person, the type of person that wakes up early to go to the gym, that wakes up early to get work done. Maybe they're a morning person or a night owl, but there's just something about either waking up early or working late into the night. But this person's a very hard worker. That's what you're going to get from them in your first impression of them, in the sense of they're working towards their goals, their dreams, their things they want to achieve. it's very important to them to get that. And even if it means putting off rest in the moment, it's like they have this very ambitious, motivating energy. And even when you're around them, I feel that energy of, how do I explain this? Spirit is showing me an example of, like, a gym trainer that's, let's say you're tired and you don't want to gym anymore, and this gym trainer is like, you can do it, you can do it. And even though you don't, and you're irritated in the moment, and you're like, oh, I don't want to do this, it still motivates you anyway. So you may get the first impression of this person that, when you're around them, it can sometimes be a little bit annoying how ambitious and motivated they are, because sometimes it can come across as they're pushing the people around them to also, work on their goals and achieve certain things. But this is the type of person that helps you grow. This is the type of person that shows you that you can become your potential that you dream of, and shows you how to do it. They're the type of friend that won't just let a person live their life the way they want, but they'll not let the person live the life the way they want, but let's say their friend is doing something that they can see is destructive to their life and not helping their life, not adding to their life, not making them get where they want to get, and that person keeps complaining. This is the type of person that will tell that person straight, tell that person upfront and truthfully, like, you need to do this to get out of this situation. You can't just sit and complain about it and stay in this for 2-3 years and complain and say, where's my life going? But you have an opportunity right here to get out of the situation by doing this. So this is a very straightforward, honest person, but it comes from a place of love for wanting the best for the people around them, and they sort of push the people around them to grow and become a better version of themselves, to really become their highest potential in some way. So that's what I see about this person's energy in terms of the first impression you're going to get of them. So that's what I see here. I do also think they do care a lot, but sometimes the way they care is like they want to show the people around them the things they see, but then sometimes the people around them take it personally or take it as criticism or an attack on them, when it's not, but it's coming from a place of care and love. And that's why I say this person's a little bit of an acquired taste. Because they do it with care, but sometimes people misinterpret their intentions as criticism or judgment. You know what I mean? So I definitely see this person has felt very misunderstood within their intentions, within their life. You know what I mean? So that's what I see about this person, your future lover. Next, we have the Page of Wands. We have the Page of Cups. So although they have this very motivated, hardworking side of them, they also have another side to them that you sort of see in your first impressions of them, that is quite playful and lighthearted and like very jokey, very funny. Maybe you get the impression of them that they have a good sense of humor. That although they've transformed and grown a lot within their own life, there's just something about them also having a lighthearted side to them. Like, they're not always serious, always working towards something. They also have moments of joy and just playfulness and not worrying or thinking about achieving anything. So they have a very good balance of those energies. Like, I'm hearing the song Work Hard, Play Hard. That's a type of energy you're going to get from this person. Like, they want to play hard and they also want to work hard. They want to enjoy their life, but they also want to achieve certain things. So they're trying to create a beautiful balance of those two energies, where they can still have fun in their life, but also achieve certain things. You may find that you see that they're a very optimistic person and that they can't be around very negative people. It drains this person. They need to be around people that add optimism to their life. because I'm currently seeing, is it, I'm trying to think the movie's name. I think it's Inside Out 2. I haven't watched the actual movie, but I saw an Instagram reel where the character Joy was saying to the other characters, do you know how hard it is to be positive all the time and all you guys do is complain, complain, complain? So maybe this person doesn't like complaining, doesn't like negative people, doesn't like people that stay in their own, toxicities and complain about it but don't do anything to fix their life or to make it better. Like, this person just doesn't like that. So maybe you get that first impression of them, because I literally am clairvoyantly seeing that scene. I also get the feeling that this person could be that type of person that loves to take pictures of themselves, that loves to take pictures of each moment and keep it as a memory, or they could be very sentimental in some way, and you may get that impression of them. Like, I'm seeing somebody that maybe kept certain belongings of a passed on family member as an example, and every time they miss this family member, maybe they go to those items and they look through it, or those pictures, you know what I mean? So I'm seeing a very sentimental person, and that's your first impression of them. We have the Nine of Cups. Yeah, definitely somebody that is a visionary in some way, but they're somebody that takes actions towards their visions to make it a reality. And I do also think a reason why a lot of people don't like this person is because they're a very action-orientated person and they make their dreams become a reality. They don't just daydream about it. So it may trigger some people that aren't taking action towards the things they want. We have the Eight of Wands. This is just what I spoke about. And I feel like this person, your first impression of them could be that they're also very focused on building their health in a way, becoming fit, taking care of their body, making sure they are healthy. We have the Six of Swords, and they're very focused on making changes in their life, good changes that help them get to where they want in life with the Nine of Cups. So I'd say I really like your future lover's energy. I feel like this is a catch because, this person is not just going to be a good lover to you, but they're also going to bring the best out of you. And that's very important for relationships, that somebody brings the best out of us. If somebody brings the worst out of us, it just becomes very unhealthy. So we have the Ace of Cups. I do think they're a very loving person. We have the Five of Pentacles, but they may have not always received that same love they gave out in return. I think they're also a very generous person, but they may have not received that in return. Five of Cups, and it really disappointed them. That may be your first impression of them. We also have the Two of Swords, and we have the Two of Pentacles. And I see that they're trying to make certain decisions that help them find balance within their life. So, for example, how I said work hard, play hard. Maybe they don't want to work so hard that, they just become unhealthy and don't take care of their health, or don't take care of their mental health, where they can also have a social life and have fun. Maybe they're the type of person that believes when you have balance, your life can be really fulfilled. Because if you focus too much on one thing, like if you're working too much, then you're not focusing on the other areas of life and neglecting it, and then that's where there becomes imbalances and you feel unfulfilled. So this person believes that maybe that balance can bring us a sense of fulfillment, where we are watering and nurturing all parts of our life, not just one part. So that may be your first impression of them too. They're going to change your life a lot in the best possible way. I definitely see that. And I do also sense that you may sort of get the feeling that this person has a lot of people that are jealous of them because of their driven energy. But they also have a very soft-hearted side that not a lot of people get close enough to see. I'm feeling though as though, a lot of people that are jealous of this person haven't seen the struggles this person has gone through that shaped them into this person that pushes to make change into their life, because maybe at one point they waited for change and didn't see it come, or waited for things to get better and didn't see it come, and then they had to realize that, oh, I have to do this on my own. Nothing's going to change for me. Like, I have to go and make the change on my own and take action. So a lot of people, maybe you get the first impression that a lot of people that are jealous of this person, they don't realize that they were both in the same place, but this person just chose to make a change. So that's what I have for you. This is your first impressions of your future lover. I really hope this reading resonated with you. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Hi there, my pile number 3s. If you chose this blue Howlite crystal and the King of Wands, then this is your reading. We're going to be taking a look at your first impressions of your future lover. So please be aware that this is a general reading. Only take what resonates, leave the rest. Before we get started, I just have 2 things I'd like to say. If you enjoy pick a card readings and if you want to stay up to date with what I post daily, you're more than welcome to hit the subscribe button if you want, of course. And I do have a limited amount of space for personal readings this month, so if you'd like to book with me, you can find my email address in the description box below. So let's shuffle your cards and see what comes up for you. So what I am sensing just intuitively, not from this card, but just from the energies, is this person is going to add to your life in some way, and both you and them are a certain way right now, have certain personality traits right now, but both you and them will grow in a way where your personality changes and evolves as you are in each other's lives. So say for instance, this person and you start to grow in a way where you no longer are the people you are today 5 years from now in the future. Like, let's say you are together in a long-term connection. You're no longer the people you are today 5 years from now. That's what I'm seeing in terms of your connection. It's actually like you're going to help each other grow. You're going to help each other evolve, unlock new personality traits that you've always wanted. So what Spirit is showing me, when you complete certain missions in a game and you unlock new outfits, unlock new powers, unlock new personality traits, whatever it is, it's like you and this person will be doing that together. And that is something I definitely see. Also, as you get to know this person more and more, you will start to see more of them, more of the personality traits that you never saw previously. So with this person, it's important to not judge the book by its cover. Not necessarily from physical appearance, that's not what I mean, because I do think with the King of Wands, regardless of the gender you're attracted to, this person is very appealing to you in that sense. I think that you will find this person your type in some way, or you will find this person sexy in some way, because King of Wands energy is usually like a very sexy type of person. But there's something about you not judging the personality by its cover, is what I mean. So let's say you see a certain personality trait in your first impression of them. Maybe later on, a year later, you see that they're not just that personality trait, but there's more to them. So that's kind of the feeling I get from this person. They have many layers, because I'm seeing Shrek, a vision of Shrek where he's like, I'm an onion, I have a lot of layers. And it's sort of like the more you get to know this person, the more you unpeel back the layers, and the more you understand them more. You're like, oh, I understand why you have this personality trait because of this and this and this. You know what I mean? So I'm kind of getting that feeling. We have the Queen of Cups with Morganite. So, spirit guides of pile number threes, their first impressions of their future lover, please. The Ace of Wands with clear quartz. I do think you're both going to be very physically attracted to each other in your sort of first meeting, because the Ace of Wands is a very sensual energy. So, I do think both of you are going to feel attracted to each other physically. But I also do think that you're going to sense that this person is very attracted to you in your first impressions of them. But you may also sense that they're holding back a little bit with the Four of Swords in showing that to you. Like, not trying to seem too thirsty is the word I want to use. We have Justice showing up next. And we have the Four of Wands. So I feel as though your first impression of this person is that they are a very inspiring person. They're somebody that has this touch of magic and inspiration to them. And every person they encounter, they sort of inspire in some way. It's like being around this person will make you feel as though there is an internal glow coming from the inside, shining and radiating out to the world. It's almost like, when you've had just a good day and you feel like you're glowing from the inside out. I feel like that's this person's energy, but they bring that feeling out to other people around them. I don't know why that's coming up, but it is coming up. Um, I just feel like this person has that kind of energy, like the Midas touch. Whatever they touch turns to gold. Whoever they encounter, they bring a smile to that person's face. I feel like this person's very generous and good-hearted. Like, if they see a homeless person, they're going to give that person their last coin. I feel this type of person is that type of person that wants to give to people in need. They want to help people in need. They have a very good heart. That's what I see. And I do see that this person values honesty, commitment, loyalty, things like that. And they also understand that even if you're at the top of the mountain, you can't judge the person at the bottom of the mountain, because we all start at some place. And even the person at the top of the mountain can fall down to the bottom. So what I mean by that is in terms of social hierarchies. Like, let's say there's the rich people and then there's people that are struggling. It's like, even if you're at the top, even if you're rich, you have to add to people's lives. You can't just be selfish and keep that to yourself, because even if you have all the riches in the world, you can still lose it and be at the bottom. So it's important to be humble. So maybe this is this person's mindset, that even if they have everything, they will still try their best to help people with what they have and not judge people. So I feel this is the type of person that treats people with respect, no matter their social hierarchy, if that makes sense, or no matter where they are in life, they just treat people with respect and with no judgment. I think this person doesn't like mean or judgmental people, because I'm clairvoyantly seeing a scene from, what's that movie again? The House Bunny, where she has a number plate that's like, I hate mean people. So I think this person is that type of person that tries to stand up for those in need. Like, let's say somebody is being mean to another person, they will stand up for that other person. I also feel like when it came to their younger siblings, if they have siblings, for some of you, not all, I feel like they were very protective over the younger siblings, and they're very protective over those they love. So that is the first impression you may get of them. And that they're also very chilled and laid back, very non-judgmental. Like, you could tell this person your whole life story and they wouldn't even blink an eye. I feel like they're very wise. I feel like they're an old soul, and that is your first impression of them. I actually feel this person's energy feels very good and vibrant, and it just feels very peaceful to be in their energy. So I also see that this person is very emotionally mature. They may not always seem like an emotionally mature person, but they are. Like, they're that type of person where when you talk to them, they just calm you down. They just soothe you. I just feel that energy coming from them. they have this type of gentle energy to them in a good way. I feel that. But like I said previously, they're also very inspiring. I think that there's somebody that has a lot of things they want to go towards. I think they're a go-getter. They want to celebrate the milestones they create for themselves. So let's say they have something they want to go towards. They make sure to plan towards that. They take their passion and move towards that, but they also don't rush the process. They enjoy the process of getting to that goal. So I'd say they're a very goal-orientated person, a go-getter. They're somebody that wants to take action towards the things they want, which is a green flag. I also think that in your first impressions of this person, you'll see that if anybody treats them badly, they have no problem with leaving. And I also do see that you may have the first impression that they might have had to heal from something, but you don't exactly know what. You might also get the first impression of this person that when they commit to people, they're very committed, but there's also this energy when it comes to them and their relationships where they like their own individuality and freedom. Not that this person wants to go and do things and be without you or have space from you. That's not what I mean at all. But this person wants to be able to have their own hobbies, their own friends outside of the romantic connection, things like that. And they want their own sense of individuality with regarding outside the connection, right? I don't know why I'm having a hard time with my words today. Sorry. But I just feel like this person, maybe they also want to travel in this lifetime. They want to see the world. I feel that energy too. And there's a very sacral chakra energy coming from this person. I'm feeling the energy of the artist archetype, the sort of spiritual archetype. So this person may be spiritual, or they may be that type of person that likes to meditate, that likes to find peace and calm. And they can also have a lot of sexual energy, but I think this person views their sexual energy as sacred, where they don't just give it away. I actually think that this person understands a lot. I'm hearing physics, maybe they're very smart when it comes to subjects and topics like that. They are also very smart and wise when it comes to understanding spirituality and wisdom and things like that, and using that sexual energy to create their wildest dreams. Not in a way where they're giving it out, but retaining it and using that energy to go towards their goals. To be in the gym, for example, or work towards something in their career. It's like this person doesn't seem like a spiritual person from first glance, but they are very enlightened. It will actually be mind-blowing to hear this person's perspectives on things. I do sense that. I think this person has a very strong friendship group that has been in their life for a long time. You may get that first impression of them. They don't have a large friendship group. Why do I keep messing up my words? But they have this type of friendship group that has been there for years, and there's a sense of loyalty there. I also think they're a very fun person to be around with the Four of Wands. Even if you just had to go on a date with this person, you'd have a lot of interesting, fun conversations with them. They're a very interesting person to be around. And even in mundane, boring moments, they have a way of making it fun. I do see that. I really like this person's energy. I don't know what it is, but something about their energy just feels good to me. I think they're also somebody that likes music, that likes chilled vibes. I do sense that. We have the Five of Cups with pink tourmaline. The King of Pentacles with peridot. So I feel this is a type of person that almost takes their pain and uses it to motivate them to achieve more within their career. So, for example, let's say somebody told this person, you will never amount to anything. And they use that pain to prove that person wrong, or to show that person, hey, I actually can do this. I'm seeing the scene from Legally Blonde, I think, when she gets into Harvard Law School and her boyfriend at the time in that movie didn't think she could do it. And she's like, what? It's not like it's that hard. So it's kind of like this person has that type of energy where they maybe even take unpleasant emotions and they use it to fuel them towards their success, towards their betterment. So I could use this as an example of, let's say this person has had a breakup, a very painful breakup, and they use that to motivate them to become a better version of themselves, to glow up, or to maybe not glow up just physically, but mentally, spiritually, to gain success, something like that. That's what I feel as an example. Okay, we have the Judgment card with Amazonite. I think they're a very perceptive and analytical person. That's your first impressions of them. And we have the Six of Pentacles with yellow topaz. They're also very giving and generous, like I said previously. Like, they'll help anybody that's in need. Even when it comes to their family and friends. And we also have the Eight of Pentacles with Zoistite. I also hear that you could have the first impression of this person that they're a very family-orientated person, or that they would be a good mother or father or a good spouse. And like I said previously, they're always very generous with the people they love. They put in a lot of effort, not just with the people they love, but just with people in general when they can see this person's in need of help. And I feel like, for example, if this person had to become a father or a mother, I feel like they'd be a very good father or mother because they put in a lot of effort and care and TLC in some way to the things they do. Like, for example, if this person had to take on that provider role, I feel like they'd work very hard so that their kids would have a good upbringing. You know what I mean? Or if this person had to take on the more nurturing role, then they'd sort of like nurture the kids a lot. But even if they take on both roles, it's kind of like, you get what I mean, they'd be a very good parent. They'd put in a lot of effort and not. I feel like this is the type of person that just gives freely without expecting it in return or expecting something back. So we have the Ace of Pentacles with Moss Agate. I do think that this person wants to make money in this life, but I don't think it's them being a materialistic person. I think that's your first impression of them. It's more so them knowing that money is a key to thing. It's an opportunity to many different things. And it's reminding me of that book. I don't know if it's Think and Grow Rich or another book, but there was a audiobook I heard some years ago where he said something like, or the person that was talking said something like, the more money you have, the more opportunity you have to help people. So I don't know. I feel like this person views it as an asset that can help everybody. So I think they're that type of person that wants to make money, wants to have that sense of stability, that sense of financial freedom. But they also do want to enjoy their life. I'm not gonna lie. Like, this person wants to be able to go travel if they want to travel and not worry about money. This person wants to be able to go out with their friends or with you and spoil you, or vice versa, with money and just have fun without worrying about it. So that's also something I see. We have the Fool with Green Aventurine. A lot of people look at this person as if they're lucky, but they just take opportunities when it comes to them. But what a lot of people don't see, that you might see within this person with the Tower, is that this person may sometimes wait a little bit long to take opportunities or to start something new because of fears of what if it falls apart or what if this happens. So it's kind of like, although a lot of people see them as this person that's achieving big things or very inspiring, they don't always see how this person almost has to push themselves to actually take that first step, because I think this person doubts themselves a lot. We also have the Lovers here. I also think this person has been hurt in love. You may sense that from them, and that they are a very loyal and devoted lover. I also think they're very physically attractive because swans represent beauty. So this is your first impressions of your future lover. I really hope this reading resonated with you. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.